Everyone, welcome back to another episode of Wasabigalaxy, a show where we chat about Japan games and Japan culture. I'm your host, Nice Bento. In this episode, I wanted to cover this amazing manga I got in Japan the last time I was there, and it's basically called Totsugeki Tonari no Pro Gamer, which basically translates to Up Close the Pro Gamer Next Door. And basically this manga is really about pro gamers in Japan. And I've looked around everywhere to see if anyone's covered this manga before, and it doesn't look like anyone has. So I really wanted to dive in and show you guys what's inside here. On the side note, I really love watching Street Fighter, so as soon as I saw this, I knew I had to pick it up because, you know, I know most of these pro gamers. Like, this is Daigo, this is Mago, and this is Tokido, three of the most popular fighting game pro players in Japan. Daigo's probably the most infamous because there's, I think back in 2000 something, he was playing Justin Wong, an American player, Street Fighter 3, and you've probably seen the epic moment where he parries Chun-Li. So that's Daigo, and so basically the manga is all about going through each of their stories, and they have other pro players in here as well. But it's an interesting manga that you really don't see out of North America, and I wanted to cover so you guys can take a look. So let's look inside. So when I opened it up for the first time, this awesome manga, I saw this scribbles and I'm like, what the hell happened to my book? But then I noticed it was actually signed by the artist, so that was an awesome little thing that I did not expect when buying this. And inside of the jacket we can see like pixel versions of all the different Street Fighter pro players, so like Daigo, Tokido, Mago, and others were in there. And also, when taking off the jacket, there's another little quick strip of the book in there. So it was like a little secret comic strip on the cover. So I'm gonna put this guy on the side here, and we're gonna open him inside. So basically, the whole premise of the book is this custard dude is basically kind of like a reporter, where he's going behind the scenes and trying to figure out the tactics and like the lifestyle of these pro players. So here it's basically the custard dude going to like different areas, like going to Paris and whatnot, and seeing pro players, and going to big events to see like let's see if we can zoom in a little better. Here we go. And also talking about Evo, where it's taking place in Vegas. So a lot of people think they're just there to gamble, but in reality they're actually playing Street Fighter on the biggest stage. So here is basically all the characters that are inside this book: Daigo, Mago, Sako, Fudo, and Tokido, and Ichiban, and Katsuku. I can't pronounce any of these names, but basically the artist portrays himself as this like little custard dude. So basically it takes place here, him trying to figure out how to play Street Fighter, and you know, him knowing some of the players, and he sees one of the players is in the papers, and basically starts with Daigo's story here, and like how he's been playing, and it's a pretty interesting retrospective of like how things are going in the Japan scene. Here's Tokido, who is an Akuma player, and basically going through his little story. So artwork's actually pretty good. It's funny to see like a lot of these pro players, the way he portrays them, especially like even American ones we'll see in a bit. And basically like the stresses of like winning match to match, and like here's explaining like he has to go back home and back and forth to keep up with you know, his training and being number one out there. And this is while he's playing in the arcades, where he's just like chilling out, and everyone behind there wants a round with him to see if they can beat him or not. So it's pretty much all like that. I'll jump into, here's Daigo. It's interesting how he portrays Daigo here as this like calm dude. That's what most people say Daigo is, like the super calm guy who's just like, never gets angry and is always chilled out. And of course, his signature Ryu from Ultra Street Fighter 4 and Chun-Li. I think they're talking about the Justin thing here from Street Fighter 3, and it's interesting to see, like, here's Ken and Blanca and Dalton and other cool dudes. So here's now Fudo. So Fudo is an interesting player because he comes from a Virtual Fighter background. So here's Ryo, I believe his name is, from Virtual Fighter, and he kind of moved over to Street Fighter because there's more money in Street Fighter than in Virtual Fighter. So he took on what's his name, Fei Long, and basically won Evo 2000 level with Fei Long, which is him with the trophy and people crying. So that's incredible. So he's part of Team Razor, going on basically the struggle inside of Japan, and some of the other pro players. There's Tokido again. Here's Daigo. No, that's Sako, who plays as Ibuki usually. I think now he plays Ken. But yeah, it's pretty much the whole book is. And here's Justin Wong. That's the most hilarious version of Justin Wong I've seen. And I believe this is PR Belrog right here. And to me, it's an interesting book because I follow the fighting game scene, and it's awesome to see like someone's documented and glorified these guys. Here's Mago 2D. Mago's famous because he plays most 2D fighters and he's really good at them. Same thing with like Justin Wong. He can pick up like any fighting game and just be really good at it. Here's Daigo with this famous jacket. So that's pretty much the whole game, the whole thing, and it's basically documenting like Evo from 2010 all the way to 2014, so last year. So here's Tokido and the champion of last year. Tokido came in like third or not even top 10, or was top 10, and like here's like the dude like freaking out and crying because he didn't win. And so that's pretty much it. And here's another like I believe he's just basing off of like stories he's read about these pro players, and actually made a little manga out of it. And it's pretty incredible to see that it got published by someone in Japan. Here's like it's funny, this is Daigo and Infiltration as Goki or Akuma, and basically this is where Infiltration won Evo and destroyed Daigo. So that's pretty much the book in a nutshell, and this is him as Ryu. So that was a look inside this awesome manga. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So looking around, looks like Amazon.com is actually selling it for $9. So I'd say if you're into what you saw, grab it on Amazon. It's $9 and it's a pretty decent deal. I'll put a link down below for it, and also one of these card things that you click on the eye thing up here should show up telling you to grab it. So thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed this book review. I want to thank you for watching. Please let me know down below if you like this manga or you like this type of content. It helps me create better content for you guys, so let me know down below. And also, please hit that like button if you like this video, and most importantly, please hit that subscribe button. It helps me motivate myself to create more and more high quality content for you guys week after week, so please hit that subscribe button. Okay guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.